What is goody, everyone? We are back and we are still talking about how to make an extra $1,000 per month so you can get out of your situation if you have a bad situation. Now, if you're new to this channel, basically what I do is search engine optimization. So I take websites and I put them all the way at the top of Google, and then I get paid very well to do so for small businesses, for e-commerce stores, etc. So in the last videos, we talked about how it's possible to make $1,000 as a beginner online using literally free traffic from Google's search engine. So in this video, we are going to complete all of that stuff and we're gonna put it into a nice little video for you guys, and hopefully you guys enjoy. So I got my computer over here along with my Salt Rock that you guys have probably noticed in all of my videos. Keeps the air nice and fresh. And we are going to basically go over this stuff, and after this video you are going to have a complete understanding on the first part of what I like to call on-page optimization, which is signals that you can send from your website to rank it on top of Google. We're also going to do a little recap, so let's do the recap first in case you missed the other videos, and let's get to it. Alright everyone, we are back, and what you're looking at is my PayPal account, and this is data that was derived from the past 30 days, as you can see. And a lot of this revenue that's coming into my PayPal account, which keep in mind, we also take checks, is all from the model of business that I'm going to show you right now. It's actually really, really simple to duplicate. So if you haven't watched the videos before, I would highly recommend you go ahead and do that. So let's take a look. So what is this business model that I'm talking about? Well, it's actually really, really simple. All you're going to do is you're going to take traffic from Google, right? You're going to redirect that traffic to a website, and from that website, you are going to redirect or basically rent it out to a business owner, okay? So what does this actually look like? Well, if we look at the keyword, we'll actually do, like, let's say we're looking for Hartford Dent Repair, okay? What we can do is buy a domain name that is this keyword, and then basically what you can do is you can, like, this is my website. This is a site that I'm doing that with. You can basically just get this URL ranking on the first page of Google, put a phone number on it, and every time somebody calls that phone number, it redirects to a business owner that actually does what you're ranking for, okay? So what's so powerful about this? Well, here's what I really, really like about this model. The first thing that I really like is that A, the traffic is free. You don't pay for anything. So every time somebody clicks this little URL that I have here, I don't pay $1. I don't pay a cent. I don't pay anything, right? B, you own the site. So if you were to ever, let's say, lose this client, let's say this client doesn't want to work with you anymore, well, guess what? You still have a really strong business model, because if this client goes away, well, you own the site. So you can easily find another client and do the same thing with them, and then just redirect that traffic to their phone number, you know, because you can always replace the phone number that's on your money website, okay? We like to call this a money website because this is what generates income, okay? So that's what we can do. You own the traffic, or I'm sorry, you own the site, you get the traffic, and you can disperse that traffic wherever you want. That can be to your family member's website, that could be to your website, that could be to a business owner's website, that could be your business. However you want to do it, I'm going to show you in this video. So if you haven't watched the last video, I highly recommend you do so, but in case you didn't, I'm going to write out what we covered. So to get started doing this model, what you have to do is you have to buy an exact match domain, okay? And basically what I mean by exact match domain is, a good example would be Hartford Mobile Dent Repairs, right? Because this is a keyword that a business might find valuable, and what we're doing is we're going out and we're ranking for that keyword. So this is the money keyword, right? So we want to find, you know, if we were ranking for this keyword in this case scenario, or if this is the keyword we wanted to go for, just make that your URL. And then what you want to do is, once you go ahead and do that, you're also going to want to go ahead and purchase the domain through GoDaddy. Now, you don't have to use GoDaddy. That's just what I recommend because it's easy for me. You can use other sites. There's a couple of them. There's Namecheap. There's HostGator. There's a lot of these different sites. So you can basically, you know, use any of these different sites to go ahead and do that. And then the third thing we're going to do once we purchase the domain is we're going to get web hosting, okay? Now, if you guys aren't familiar with what web hosting is, that would be something like WordPress.org. That's the one I recommend. Don't use anything else, but you can also use Wix. You can also use, I think, WordPress.com. If you guys don't know the difference, just Google it. And there's also other ones like Squarespace. But I found that typically a WordPress site will actually rank higher than a Wix site and a WordPress.com site. And the reason being is because there's specific plugins that we're going to need in order to use our WordPress.org site or in order to successfully rank for our keyword. Now, guys, the thing is you don't have to basically get you don't have to get WordPress hosting through GoDaddy. You can get it through any of these, right? They all offer them. But in the video before, I'll leave a link in the description, I show you step by step how to get hosting from WordPress.org, and you can set up a website in literally minutes. This video is not to talk about how to set up a website, unfortunately. Just go watch the other video. And basically, you want to get this website set up so you can use your domain. So once you buy the domain, have it set up, and then get WordPress.org hosting for it, and you'll be all set and ready to go. So we are now to the good stuff, the cream of the crop, the shit everybody's been wanting to see, right? So what do we do now that we've got this freaking website set up? And I'm going to show you mine. Once we've got this website set up and you've gotten your exact match domain, well, now what we got to do is we got to start doing some damn SEO, right? Because this website's not going to rank itself. And as you can see, the URL is not here. This is my course URL. You don't have to go to, I don't want to show you guys the URL I'm using until it's finished. But this is the URL that we're going to use for now. This is how I'm going to show you how to build it out, okay? So the first thing that you really need to focus on when doing any type of SEO is what we like to call, on-page optimization, okay? Now, what the hell does that mean? Well, if you Google search on-page optimization, you can find tons and tons of information on the topic. And basically what it is it refers to all measures that can be taken directly within the website in order to improve its position in the search ranking. So I want you to think about SEO like this, okay? I'm gonna scroll all the way down for this one. So this is how SEO works. You have your website, okay? This is website. That is a terribly drawn website. This looks like a wet Twinkie. You have a website, okay? I hate using this, guys. I need to get a mouse really badly. And then you have a few factors that rank that website, okay? So one of them being on page, all right? On page, meaning what is on your website? And can Google read your website and rank it for the keywords that you want it to rank for? So in this case scenario, we want to rank for a specific keyword. We want to make sure that our website has on-page things on it to give the search engines the kind of the reading ability that it needs. Because remember, at the end of the day, Google is a robot. It'll crawl your website, and based on what's on page, they'll determine how you fall into the search engine. So if you have a bad on page, you won't be on the first page. If you have a good on page, you will be on the first page because Google will be able to read your website. So basically put, the process is simply making it easy for Google to read your website. I'm going to write that right here, okay? So on page equals making it easy for Google to crawl your website, right? Because we want to make it as easy as possible for them to crawl our website. And this is one factor. There's plenty of other factors. Those are going to be for future videos. But anyways, so let's look at it. So on-page optimization. Well, what does it consist of, okay? You guys always need to remember while going through this data, this information, that Google is a robot and it crawls websites, right? So I want to give you a few pointers as how to make sure that you have proper on-page optimization. Okay, so number one, yeah, optimization, that's great. So what consists of on-page? Well, titles. Okay, include your keyword on your website title. What do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look. So if I search Hartford mobile dent repairs, boom. If I search this, and you'll notice that our site's right here, this is the title, that hyperlink blue stuff, and you need to make sure your keyword is in your title or else it won't rank, okay? It's pretty simple. It's actually really simple, all right? Make sure your title is in your make sure your keyword's in your title and you'll start ranking, all right? That's the number one thing for SEO for on page. Now let's take a look at this. So we're in WordPress. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, right? So you want to go to pages and you want to make sure that your home page is displaying the title that you want it to display. So if I were to click add new page here and I wanted to rank for, let's say, Hartford Mobile Net Repair, if you follow the steps in the last video, you should have Yoast SEO included. It should be plugged in. See this little thing right here? It's a snippet. Just go ahead and type in your money keyword, right? So Hartford Mobile Dent Repairs. Okay, and it's actually going to show you. What it's going to look like when it's being searched in Google. So you want to make sure your keywords there. Okay, that's the first part. Titles. You got to make sure your titles are great. The next part, your metas. All right, include keywords in meta description. If you guys don't know what a meta description is, basically all it is this little description right here. As you can see, we have the keyword right here. All right. And then you'll also notice like the companies that are ranking below us, they kind of have the keyword in there, paintless dent removal. It's very similar, but it's not the actual exact match keyword. So make sure you put the exact match keyword in there. How you do the metas? Same thing. You go in here and you type in Hartford Mobile Dent Repairs, right? Same shit, guys. That's the same thing you do. And then, you say looking for blah, blah, blah. You want to go ahead and just enter that in however you see fit. So that's the meta description. That's great. Now let's talk about content. What needs to be on your website in order for you to rank a website? Well, I'm going to give you a pretty good rule of thumb. 1,000 words per page. Okay? You're going to need 1,000 words. You're going to need images with alt tags of the keyword. What does this mean? Okay? Well, what it means is if you look up Naugatuck SEO, when you go onto my company's website, Develomark right here, you notice we're ranking number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. You want to go ahead and click on this page. And then what you'll notice is this is what we call on page, the words and images and tags that we use. So this is a bad example because I didn't include any images, but let's try a different keyword. We're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and go to Waterbury SEO. Let's get out of the map because we're not in Waterbury, but we are number 1. So as you can see, click here, and let's see if I've included any images. So it's funny, I've included a YouTube video, but I didn't include an image. But guys, basically what you want to do is you want to make sure that you are including relevant images to your content or videos. Videos work just as well. And make sure that images are added, because when you add these images, it's going to give your business the more images you add, the more content you add, you're actually going to get a higher boost in the search engine. So as you can see, this is a picture that I have, and when you click on it, it doesn't tell me what the alt tag is, but I can guarantee you that the alt tag was my money keyword. So what I would do is I would go into WordPress. You see where it says add media right here? I would write 1,000 words that have to do with my topic. I would just literally just add a picture in here. Make sure it's relevant too, guys. Make sure you're not just adding like a Bugs Bunny picture in here when you're talking about freaking paintless dent removal. Wouldn't make sense, right? Google can kind of crawl this stuff. See where it says alt tag? You want to go ahead and just make sure that Hartford Mobile Dent Repairs. You just want to make sure that this is your exact keyword you're going for. Insert into page, and it's actually going to insert the image. All right, hope that was very clear. So you want to add this, and I would say add at least 3 or 4 per page. And then what you want to do is you want to do a video embed with the exact title or exact keyword titled on the video. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look. I can show you a real life example. If you go to the keyword YouTube, actually we're not going to use this one, that's WordPress. If you go to the keyword YouTube SEO, we'll say 2018, you'll find that not only are we ranking number 1, when you click on our site and you start to look at why we're ranking so high, you'll notice that not only do we have alt tags, we have a lot of content, and we have a video here. Now, use a YouTube video because Google owns YouTube. So when they see a YouTube video embedded with the keyword of what you're trying to go for, it's going to build a very high relevance to your actual site. So as you can see, this video right here actually has the YouTube SEO title, so it's going to rank very highly within Google. All right? Hope this is making sense, guys. I'm trying to dumb it down as easy as possible, but don't worry, I'll get into a lot of this stuff in the later videos. All right, so make sure you have the video embed, and make sure you have your metas, your titles, your content, 1,000 words per page. Insert your alt tags, video embed with the exact match keyword in there, And let's talk about some other things, okay? So now we have the kind of the structure of it, and we kind of have the gist, right? Well, let's talk about another thing. Where are you located, right? So where is this website? Where are you located? Google needs to know this. So what you need to do is do a Google Maps embed onto your page. All right? Here's what I mean. So we're in Connecticut, so I'm going to go ahead and go to Google Maps. And guys, I am breezing through this because this is data that I love talking about, if you couldn't tell. But if you go ahead and just search Google Maps, let's say we were in Hartford, Connecticut, you just click there, and then what you do is you just click on share. You get this little embed code. See where it says embed map? Just grab the code and then paste it into your WordPress. So you can do so by just simply going like this, and now you have your maps on your actual website. And now Google's, you're just going to get much more locality out of it, right? So these are the steps you need to follow if you guys want to follow this business model. So the goal is to get traffic from Google, get it onto a website, put a temporary phone number on there that forwards to a business owner that's willing to pay you $1,000 per month online, the baby edition. So let's go over it again. Buy an exact match domain, purchase the domain through GoDaddy, get web hosting, and then do this on-page stuff. And once you guys start doing this, you're actually going to start building relevancy within Google. In the next video, I'm going to show you some of the off-page stuff, which is how to make money online with the SEO that I just taught you, but you're going to repeat and rinse this process until your website is ranking, and then you start getting phone calls. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. We covered on-page optimization. I have a much longer video in depth about it down below in the description. Go check it out. I hope to see you guys soon, and peace out.